Oh, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for the Polytrack meeting at Greyville. This is Monday, the 5th of June. We've got an 8-race program, and 12:15 is kickoff. And I can see some value in a couple of horses here. I found a couple of big-priced horses. Well worth having a close look at this card. As you know, the problem with the Poly is all depends on the pace, and that's what it boils down to. So let's kick off with the first race, Maiden Plate. They got 1,200 meters, and I'm going with Canamare runner Keegan DeMello rides number 8, Savannah Tricks. It ran a very nice race first time out. Looked like it needed it, and looks like there's big improvement in this one. And this is a race which is filled with horses that are not absolutely cherry ripe. Railroad is the horse that looks like the right horse, but he comes off a gelding, and he may even need the run. Remember, he was gelded straight after his last run. He had run a few times before that and showed some form, and he does get draw one, which is a big plus, and Rachel Venica. Give that man a bells, looks like a big improver as well, but I don't think his first run was as good as Savannah Trix's run. And Nazaire, obviously comes from Joburg and got good Joburg form, but the stable seems very cold at the moment, so let's see if there's improvement there, and certainly see if they can turn the corner. Race 2, Mary Rated Handicap, 1,000 meters. Well, I found Valiente last time, and I'm sticking with him. He gets a 1.5 claim. He got a 4-point penalty. He's got the draw, so he can get there easily. He likes to bowl along in front, and if he gets a race on a plate, he's going to be very hard to beat. The two Bosch runners, 5 Lebanese Pound and Trafalgar Square, both look like big dangers. Mr. in Scotland, obviously got a chance. Rachel rides it and shows pace, but who knows whether it will get past Valiente, or it actually depends on how the race fills out. But Mr. in Scotland gets very much a jockey improvement, and that will help her. Georgie George has got some form as well, but always slow away, and that's the problem with Georgie George. On this track, you don't want to be slow away. Leslie's Path to Fame runs on as well. Race 3, Mary Rated 77, I got 1950. Grand Orici is your favourite, and she got a nice form after post-maiden form, but you'll find this not so easy. Midnight Crystal got very good form, gets a 2.5 claimer, which is going to help, but I think Sing for Winter might be the one they've all got to beat. 5 runs 3 wins on the Polytrack, always runs on very good win. And then Boogie Shoes is the find of the race. This horse has got very good form, loves the Poly, and if Coltican can get it into a nice position from draw 7, go very well. 2 Minds, well, the jockey booking shows that DeMello would rather go for Sing for Winter, which throws us in that one's favour. Race 4, Mary Rated Fillies and Mares. They go 1,400 meters. Well, here I found one. If the stable wasn't so cold, Crazy Blues is an absolute blinder here. Calvin gets a ride on it, loves the Poly, 3rd run after a rest, very good last, seems to have been prepped for this race, and if that's the case, Crazy Blues down in company, she's been running in better than this. Well, she's got to be very hard to beat. So what are the dangers? 1, Catalea Summer, I think, is a danger. Front runner, might get away from them. 3, Noble Storm, 2nd run might improve, but I'm very strong on Crazy Blues today, if she's right, and it all depends on the yard. Race 5, Mary Rated 67, Fillies and Mares. They go 1,600 meters, and here, Fields of Green for me looks like the right one. That's number 6. Sean Veal for Glenn Cotson, he's stuck with this one. And course and distance 211, good last run, lots to like about it. But there are a number of others that got chances. 1, Duchess of Gold, run on excuses last time. Queen Bomey, good runs. Will she go on the Poly? And then have a close look at Time to the Moon and Konabi. Konabi, the draw is against it, but Time to the Moon's got a chance. But I think Fields of Green might have this at his mercy. It gets a good ride from a young Sean Porkchop Veal. Race 6, merit rated handicap, and they go 1600 meters. I made this two horses really. In fact, there are a couple that got chance of winning. When I did the studying, I thought Raven Sword was the find of the race. Wow. Calvin Habib's ridden the 6th time, 2 wins, 2 places. Course and distance, 4 runs, 2 wins, 1 place. Her last run, the excuse I can find is that maybe it came too quickly after the run before. If you look at Raven Sword, run well after a rest, and definitely needs to be freshened up a bit. Well, Wendy Whitehead will have done that, and Raven Sword might get to the front and be very hard to beat. Brave Voyager shows pace and is always consistent and ahead of the speed rating, so that's got a chance. Tom Zach runs on, Rachel rides that, and I think that's a big plus, and I make that and Rodriguez the big dangers to the two that I like here. Race 7, merit rated 74, they go 1600 meters, and my find of the race is number 2, Winter Waves. I think he's absolutely ready. And course and distance, 1 from 1, gets the right rider, 3rd run after a rest. Lots to like about him. So the horse that's a danger is number 1, Eagle Alley. Not striding out last, runs on, gets a turn, 1.5 claim. Gerson can only claim 1.5 because that's as low as he can go. Dangers, Congo Compact, definitely got a chance. A Wave Warrior, drawn wide and immeasurable, might be a touch far for him. So strong first choice, number 2, Winter Waves. 8th race, maiden plate, fillies and mares, and they go 1600. Well, you got to look at the 2-year-olds. Dual Agents, my top pick, number 3. Corne Orpha sticks with this one. He doesn't get many rides, but he rode it last time, and certainly looks like a big improver. And then the other 2-year-old, Africa Beats, got cracking good form and way ahead of the speed rating. Dangers, Sky Velocity and Vermicelli, but I'm going with only the 2-year-olds. So, from me, James Goodman, and the whole Interbet crew, you have a great day's racing at Greyville on the Poly.